In the shifting landscape of human communication, words no longer obey their old masters. They slip through boundaries, mutate, and evolve. Some crawl out of digital subcultures and into the daylight of common speech, reshaping meaning as they go. Others emerge from the cracks of absurdity, unpredictable, luminous, and alive. Among these rogue words, one stands apart. It hums with chaotic energy, it laughs at logic. It is called Jeb. Welcome to another video. Today, we are diving into a phenomenon that defies traditional linguistic analysis. In a world where we are increasingly obsessed with data, precision, and the optimization of every sentence, the rise of Jeb represents a fascinating counter-movement. No one knows exactly when the first Jeb appeared. Some researchers of internet culture say it was born in a forum thread where humor imploded under its own weight. Others claim it was whispered by a pun too powerful to contain. Whatever its origin, Jeb became more than a word. It became a spirit, a chaotic force that manifests whenever reason falters and laughter takes control. The scholars of absurdity call this force the Jeb core. It is the nucleus of linguistic entropy. It follows the oldest rule of creation. In the beginning was the word. From that single syllable, a universe of meaning unfolded. To understand how this works, we have to look at the mechanics of the word itself. Much like we might analyze the aerodynamics of a racing car or the financial structures of a global corporation. As a noun, Jeb is the spirit itself. It is the invisible trickster that dances in the space between logic and laughter. It is the thing you feel when a conversation takes a turn into the surreal. But the word is versatile. As a verb, to Jeb is to be struck by a pun so sideways that it bypasses the intellect and hits the funny bone directly. It is not just hearing a joke, it is being altered by it. The past tense jebbed marks the moment of impact. This is the instant when a pun lands so hard it tilts your worldview. Those who have been jebbed describe it as a cartoon frying pan to the soul. You are left dazed, confused, and yet strangely enlightened. The present tense jebbing is a state of surrender. It is the spiral, the delirious laughter that consumes logic until meaning dissolves completely. To jeb is to let go. To jeb is to transcend the mundane requirements of standard English. In its purest form, jebbing becomes a philosophy. It is the moment when language collapses and the human mind simply accepts the absurd. It is the laughter that exists beyond explanation. But every mythology needs its weapon, and for Jeb that weapon is the Jeb jolt. This is the attack form of the word. A Jeb jolt is not just a pun, it is a shockwave. It is a linguistic thunderclap that disrupts the normal flow of conversation. This is what experts call the afterburn, a delayed echo that triggers a second wave of laughter when the brain finally catches up to the absurdity of what was just said. Those who study the phenomenon describe it as a giggle recoil. It is the moment when humor becomes physics. Around every pun master, there is an aura, a glow of chaotic anticipation known as Jeb energy. You can feel it in a room. It is the tension before the punchline, the hum before the collapse. You feel it when someone is about to say something that should not work, but you know it will. Jeb energy is contagious. It spreads through communities, reshaping how people speak, think, and laugh. It is the invisible current that powers the punverse, a realm where absurdity is law and logic is optional. So what does Jeb reveal about us in the year 2026? It suggests that even in a world obsessed with precision and control, we crave moments of pure nonsense. We need chaos to remind us we are human. We need words that describe the indescribable, the instant when seriousness breaks and laughter wins. Jeb is not just slang, it is a rebellion against the rigid structures of modern life. It is the proof that even in chaos, there is structure, and even in structure, there is chaos. This mirrors what we see in other high-stakes fields. Just as a top-tier racing team must find the balance between mechanical grip and aerodynamic flow, or a tech giant must balance user privacy with artificial intelligence utility, the speaker of Jeb must balance the weight of the pun with the timing of the delivery. If the balance is off, the joke fails. But when it is right, it creates a moment of perfect, chaotic harmony. As the digital age accelerates, new words will rise and fall. We have seen thousands of memes and slang terms vanish into the void of the internet. But Jeb feels different. It feels like a fundamental shift in how we process the unexpected. It is a reminder that humor is not a glitch in communication, it is the heartbeat of it. Somewhere, in the depths of the punverse, the spirit of Jeb waits. It is ready to strike again, ready to jolt another mind into laughter. Because even in the void, there is a word, and even in the word, there is chaos. I am curious to hear your thoughts on this. Have you ever experienced a true Jeb jolt? Do you think our language is becoming more chaotic as a response to our increasingly structured lives? Or is this just another cycle in the long history of human wordplay? It is an interesting, murky gray area, and I am interested to see what you guys have to say in the comments. If you found this analysis of linguistic entropy interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. We're going to keep looking at the strange ways our world is changing, from the technology in our pockets to the very words we use to describe it. Thank you for watching and sticking around. I have had some challenges lately with the consistency of my uploads, but I promise to be back with more deep dives into the phenomena that define our era. Until next time, keep an eye out for the Jeb energy in your own life. You never know when you might get jebbed.